Questions?
Anybody?
How'd you feel last week coming back?
Man, it felt so good being out there. Week before, had to sit on the sideline, be a teammate. So just being back out there for even just as many plays I did play, it felt great going through practice, not having to be in the training room. So
This is a pivotal season for you. How tough was it to kind of be stalled at the onset by the ankle?
just mentally, you work so hard all through the season and you keep trying to overcome injuries and everything starts look like it's going to be on track and you just get that setback again. You're just like, man, this is the same position I was in last year. Like, I got to do something to turn it around. So just putting a lot more time into the training room and taking it a lot more serious and just studying film a lot more really paid off because you can see I came back and I think I played pretty well. Not my best, but I think I played pretty well when I was able to fill in there.
How'd you get hurt? Was it in practice?
Yeah, it was in practice. We were doing one-on-one drills, and someone just tried to dive for a low ball, and as I caught it, he just rolled up on my ankle. So
Hurt?
Yeah, it hurt a little bit. Anybody else?
Yeah, can you just talk about, I know Coach Mack's been on you guys about don't worry about the opponent so much.
Yeah.
We've seen it all around the country where teams struggle with some opponents that aren't in the Power 5.
Yeah,
you think this team's taking that to heart?
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a team that has a mentality as we don't care who we line up against or who we play, we're going to get after them, from the first snap to the last snap, and that's something that Coach Mack really emphasizes. So we don't really pay attention to who the next opponent is, and we attack every day like as if, we're going against the best and we're preparing against the best, because ultimately when we're out here on the field, we're going against the best, so you have to compete every rep.
What was it like to get out and make a catch in the game Saturday?
It felt good. It just made me realize I was back and just time to keep rolling, Having my first throw come to me from Luke, tipped and intercepted, it was just like, oh man. But then you come back and you calm down. All the guys on the sideline were telling me, they're just like, don't worry about it. It wasn't the best throw, but, we've seen you make catches like that before. So then they told me that they had my back and they win. They hold them to a 3-and-out. They missed the field goal. So you just take a deep breath and you're just like, all right, let's get back to work.
Did you run the right route? Were you in the right?
Yeah, we ran the right route. It was just a timing throw. He said he didn't want to throw me into the linebacker, so
right.
I probably could have settled a little bit and it would have made it easier
right.
for him. But we made some corrections in the coaching room and in the receiving room. So just the way that we release it off the ball, I won't push so much inside, and we should have a better window.
What's it like when you tip the ball up in the air and it's floating up in the air?
You're just like, man, I hope no one catches it there at that point. But as soon as you see that, you try to get back up on your feet and just pray for the best and know if they do pick it, you got to get up and chase them down.
Right.
What's Luke like in the huddle? Is he a rah-rah guy, a funny guy, a very serious guy?
He has different emotions in the huddle, depending on the situation. He can definitely get very serious. He's a very intense dude when he's in the huddle because he demands perfection. That's just how he was raised, with his dad and everything like that, him being around football so much. He demands so much out of you and he wants everything to be perfect. So he can definitely be like that, but just me and him working together a lot since the off season. He definitely has a funny side and he's humorous, so he can lighten the mood when we need to be and when we just need to relax. So he does a really good job of taking control and setting the mood for us and keeping us upbeat when we need to be, and then making us focus in when we need to be also.
Is he playing pretty much like you expected, or has he surprised you with anything he's done so far?
I've been watching him the whole time, so it's nothing surprising to me. I've seen him make these throws, and he's real patient, real smart with the ball. Real football savvy guy. He always knows where he's going to go with the ball. Always makes good progressions and stuff like that. So it's not really shocking to me to see him having this much success.
CJ, what went through your head when that ankle rolled? Because you can tell pretty quickly, I'm sure it warms up and it was hurt pretty bad.
When it first happened, all that went through my head was, this hurts. So I was just hurting. And, as I got up, I was just, first thing I tried to tell Coach Mack to let me tape it up and keep practicing, because I heard somebody say something about get him over to the hospital for x-rays right away. And my first instinct was just tape it up and let me keep practicing, because I definitely don't want to go back there. And they took me over there. Everything was good, though. And from that point on, it was just focusing on rehab and getting back into it.
How much rehab were you doing? Was it like a several times a day thing?
Oh,
night
yeah.
and day?
Well, it happened towards the end of camp, so we were already in the stadium every day. So I was there 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, until when we finished with our last session, 8 o'clock at night when we were done with our meetings. So we were there all day just working on it, in the pool, outside the pool, getting treatment, our Normatec. We have really good trainers, and we really capitalized on the time that we had.
Do you talk to your brother at all as far as being able to attack rehab? He's gone through ACL surgery.
Oh, yeah. I talk to him all the time. Most of the time when I was in the training room, I was FaceTiming him. And, he would just always push me. Like, he'd be like, all right, well, you've been like the trainers, because the trainers will ultimately have to go to practice when we were still in the training room, and he'll be like, all right, well, it's time to get back in the pool, or what have you done today? And just like, all right, well, try to go through it again, you know what I mean? Or just like ask the trainers if you could get a Normatec at home or something like that. If you could take an ice pack home, make sure you're elevating it, you know, just stuff like that, little stuff.
How much that help? And I guess if it's only you guys that are injured there, to have somebody, you know, like your brother there with you, going through it with you.
I mean, we always keep a trainer in there, so we always have someone who's always directing us and like stuff like that for all the guys who are injured. So they do a really good job staying on us, but they're definitely a little short-staffed when they're at practice. So him just staying on me really made me not relax and just keep going through my rehab and just keep pushing and everything like that, which ultimately I think really helped me get back quicker.
You know, after the SEC title game, I know you had big hopes for this season.
Yes, sir.
This obviously didn't change your goals, but
Yes,
what
sir.
are you going to have to do to kind of
Just keep working, you know, get back into the offense. You know, you miss 4 weeks, and you know, the offense starts filling in those pieces where you were, and you know, you just get back out here and you try to work your way back in. And you start making plays, and you just start catching back on, and that's when you click. And the more I can do that, the more I can put myself in good places and make plays in practice, the more it'll show in the game.
how far behind do you think you are? I mean, some of these young guys have kind of emerged.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Our young guys have always they've been good since they first got here, you know. And that was always the goal, to get them going, because as you can see, we can score quick, and there's definitely enough for all of us to really get in there and make an impact. So for them to be able to come in and spill us like they've been doing, I mean, it's amazing. You see Freddie gets in the game hardly, and he ends up scoring a touchdown. So I mean, we just got a lot of explosive guys there.
What's it like going up